everyone, welcome to today's Halloween makeup, everyday makeup look. So what I'm starting off with today is I haven't really got an itinerary, to be quite honest. Like I just sat down and was like, all right, let's just see what I can come up with. And I was inspired by a lot of sort of these crack face pictures, which is why I'm sort of drawing the cracked outline, I suppose. So what I wanted to do is go with this colourful sort of tiger print, but I actually ended up sort of looking like a fox, so there you go. So what I'm doing is, like I said, just drawing out this sort of basic outline for the cracks. Then I'm going in with an orangey shade from the BH Cosmetics, Eyes on the Sixes palette. There you go. But what I find with these shadows is they are quite muted, they're not as pigmented, so eventually I do go in with a different palette, but it just gives you that sort of good base. So I'm starting off with some oranges and some pinks, and I'm trying to be sort of as messy as I can just to get sort of that colour down. But what I originally started doing was sort of, I challenged myself to do like a 5-minute makeup look, but I went over the 5 minutes, knew that it was going to turn out crap anyway, which is why I wanted to sort of create a cool edited picture. So like I said, I'm just sort of blending everything in, I'm staying in within the colours, and as you can see I went in with a different palette. So I'm taking this orange from, I think it's the Juvia's Place, is it Juvia's Place? Juvia's Palace? Juvia's Place, I think. Yeah, so I'm just sort of adding the colour in. You can use creams, but because I didn't really have anything sort of at home, I just wanted to create something with stuff that I have here at home. So what I'll be doing next is going in and just making sure that I'm getting into all of those cracks with just a small pencil brush. Again, this is a really messy look because I tried to do it in 5 minutes, but it just didn't go to plan. So this whole video is kind of, it hasn't really got a set structure and it's pretty crap, to be honest, but I don't claim to be sort of a special effects imaginative artist whatsoever. So below I will post the picture that sort of inspired me to do this look. I tried to recreate it, but I just wanted to turn it into something quite pop arty at the end. So I'm just adding some faint lines just to draw in the cracks. My face at that point said it all. I'm using some white paint. To be honest, this is not a great one. I think it's £1 from, I was going to say a charity shop, sort of the Poundland stores. So it's not the best in the world, but it applies fine for what I need. And I'm just adding some sort of whiskers in. So this is where I'm trying to add in sort of the tiger leopard print sort of vibe going on. As you can tell, I'm not a professional at putting in leopard print or tiger print at all. I used to be much better at it, but again, time was of essence during this initial part of the video. So just go ahead and add some print. I'm now just fine-tuning everything, so I'm adding in sort of the fox or the tiger nose, whatever you want to call it, and I'm just using this on my top lip. Now I did go in and add a pink colour to my lip, but eventually I changed it and just created, I used the black to essentially create the whole top lip. I'm adding in some whiskers, and I quite like the fact that the paint hadn't set because it gave sort of a bit of dimension to the whiskers. It gave it sort of a grey background, I suppose. I'm adding some highlights in, I'm adding my lipstick in, and then I'm also creating that classic sort of feline look with the sort of feline eye. I wanted wanted to add a bit more dimension to the look, so I just created these sort of white lines at the edges of the cracks just to give it a bit more lift. It draws a bit more light in. This is how it eventually ends up looking. Again, not the best by any means. I didn't take much time on it at all, but because I wanted to turn this into something quite special, into a picture, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I went about doing it. So we went into FACETUNE. This is a free app that you can get on your iPhone. So what you want to do is just grab the picture you've taken of yourself just here. Now what I want to do is just play around with the hair. Because I didn't have sort of an extreme pink wig, I wanted to literally just go over it, add some colour into it as if I was wearing a wig. So I'm going to go into the tone section, pick up a pink. You can take whatever colour you want to. You can even go for the orange. That would be quite interesting to try. And I'm just going over sort of the blonde parts of my hair, essentially. With the colour, the harder you press on the screen, the more sort of colour it will just deposit, I suppose. So you want to go in with a light hand, but if you don't, do not worry, because you can go in with the erase tool, which is at the bottom. And this will essentially just sort of lighten the colour. Now again, I didn't have any contact lenses. My eyes are being a pain at the minute anyway, so I can't wear them. But I just wanted to lighten them up and make them look a lot more, I don't know, they reminded me of the eyes off Van Helsing, the film Van Helsing. I don't know if you've seen that. If you do, you know exactly what I mean. But I'm just adding a very light blue and also a white colour just to sort of imitate the look that I am actually wearing some contact lenses. So once you're happy with that and all the edits have been made, I'm going to go into an app called ENLIGHT. This is such a good app, you guys, for sort of creative vibes. I'm going to go into the section which is called it's called Urban, sorry, and I'm just going to pick sort of, it's almost like a graphic overlay. So this is the one I used, and once you're happy with that, all you want to do is just wipe away your face, essentially. Then once you're somewhat happy with the background, I'm going to go in with a filter. I can't remember the one that I picked up, but I know that I show you guys. But I just popped this filter sort of all the way up, or somewhat all the way up, just to give almost like a very luminescent vibe. And that's pretty much how I created this whole look, you guys. I hope you don't mind me using editing programs. I know that people get really funny about it, but like I said, I wanted to turn something naff into something quite cool looking. So this is a little pic of why you should take your girl swimming on a first date. Thank you so much, guys, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.